Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Tuesday, the 18th of April 2023. Thanks for joining me. I want to use the Zilliq Tarot for today's reading. Let me show you these cards. I don't know very much about the author or how they were made or anything, but they're very evocative. I think these colors, it creates like this emotional response in each card, which I think is very, very, very well done. So let's see what the cards have to say about Tuesday here and what energy you'll be working with. And the back is really pretty too. Okay, so first card. It's the Seven of Swords, Futility. And I think I want to pick 4 cards again today, because these are small. Then we have the Two of Discs, which is Change. The Queen of Swords, which is Brilliant Thinking. And finally, the Six of Cups, Pleasure. Oh. The Six of Cups is Pleasure. All right. So let's see what the cards are trying to say then. First of all, we've got 3 minor arcana cards and a court card. So we've got a person here on this day, or a characteristic that stands out, which is your ability to assess, to analyze, to make sense of things. It's kind of interesting actually, because in terms of the astrology, later on this week, on Friday, we have Mercury, the communication planet, going retrograde. So this is the kind of day where you're really able to get admin stuff done, to make clear decisions, to read things properly, to get the right idea, to communicate your point effectively, and not to have the little headachy annoyances of things being misconstrued or misplaced or never being delivered. It's that kind of thing. So the Seven of Swords, futility here. We've got this woman who is kind of got her hand over her face, and her hair has been kind of washed out, and everything seems useless. Or hazy and fuzzy, and we can no longer see it. It's become something that seems futile. We've got the sun behind it here. And the Seven of Swords is a card that usually has to do with being overly self-interested and kind of being willing to do things and to take from others in order to enrich yourself. And swords is ideas, and it's your perspective. And here, I don't think it's so much about being overly self-interested and saying, I'm going to steal ideas or something from you or your time so that I feel better. I think this, with the sun in the back here and this hand over the face, is a recognition that certain things that I do in my life, certain behaviors, are really futile and they don't help me or anybody else. And there's a lot of joy around me, a lot of color, a lot of support that I can use to change this around. And then literally we've got the Two of Discs. We've got this pan-like creature running. So it's running away from the sense of self, but not in the runaway sense of, I'm not dealing with this, I'm just going to disappear. The Two of Discs, it's interesting, because the Two of Discs is actually a card that's very much about handling what needs to be dealt with. Usually it's a young man who's got 2 pentacles that he's juggling, and there's an infinity symbol between them. So this is someone who is constantly moving, same way he is, to maintain what needs to be done, the physical needs that need to be taken care of, the organizational demands, any kind of practical thing in your life that needs to be taken care of. The Two of Discs allows you to take care of it very well. And usually in the regular tarot, it's about consistency. And here it's about change. It's about saying, I'm going to do the work to change something that's practical, and I'm going to run into that work and do it. So if you combine it with this card, I recognize that something isn't working, and I have this amazing enthusiasm and grounded practical ability to actually make changes, then yes, please run off and do it. The Queen of Swords is your best ally you can have. It's like having your own personal lawyer who will help you check any document that needs to be checked. It's your own personal assistant that'll help you with your correspondence. It's the ability to find the exact information that you need. Your inner researcher is alive and well. And then it's the inner trust and experience and clarity of sight to make the best decision in a situation, whether the situation is ideal or not. Most situations aren't. But with this combo here, you're in a very, very self-aware place. You're understanding what doesn't work and what needs to change. You're willing to do the work, and you also have the insight on how you can get the work done. What information you need to complete this, or what step needs to be taken. All of these really, really help you. And then with the Six of Cups, we've got pleasure. So the Six of Cups, we've got someone kind of diving down here and kind of communing with this eel. And then we've got these other fish floating around. And the woman is pink and blue, so it's about spiritual dreaming. I suppose here it's pleasure. That's interesting. Right, so I'm calling it, via these colors, the ability to kind of dream spiritually and to have this vision, which then collides with the Queen of Swords to make you have absolute clarity. And these two cards together, to me then, are the High Priestess, the second card in the Major Arcana, which is the Oracle who has access to all info. Not just info of the world, but also spiritual information. So that's how I'm interpreting it. You've got all the information at your fingertips, and the courage and willingness to make changes and to move on from things that no longer work, rather than trying to resuscitate them. And in this deck, it says pleasure. So pleasure is the joy and a joyful sense of creation and change that you are initiating and getting rid of the futility. So you're sorting yourself out, basically, in a very effective way. If you meet this woman, she's someone who is a good person to have a conversation with. If there's someone in your life, male or female, who you connect well with, who you can have open discussions with, it's a good day to share ideas and to talk things over to get an even greater perspective. And, you know, the Queen of Swords masters the element of swords, so she knows everything. But even within all of that knowledge, she knows that there are always going to be certain things which are unknowable, and she even tries to prepare for those. She's covering every possible option. So if there's anything complicated that needs to be resolved, this helps. And with this card, it's interesting. This kind of card seems a little incongruous to all this kind of recognition and hard work. But it's saying that this process to you, it can be very enjoyable, and you'll be very pleased with the outcome, particularly. Number-wise, we've got 7 and 2 is 9, and the Queen counts as 1, so that's 10, and 6 is 16, 1 and 6 is 7, and 7 has come up a lot lately. It's the mind and creativity. So you're being asked to kind of get creative in terms of your own thinking and seeing what you can change and what needs to kind of be let go of. And it's your inner creative process. So I hope that gives you an idea of what's happening here on Tuesday. I hope you have a wonderful day. If you'd like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, click on Book Your Reading to audio reading with me. In my personal readings, I use the tarot, astrology, numerology, and my intuition. And if you have any questions about decisions that you've got coming up, or specific things like legal issues, or you are in the process of changing jobs, or something isn't working for you and you want a second pair of eyes on it, anything at all, please do get in touch for a personal reading. And if you like this video, then give it a thumbs up, please hit subscribe and share the video online. Have a fabulous day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.